your clients and wrist mobility sucks, you're leaving a lot of athleticism on the table. Plus, it's going to limit their ability to use their wrist. And the problem is just going to lead to orthopedic issues up the kinetic chain. And if you're ignoring proper wrist mobility and strength, you're going to set up your clients for a lot of problems later. The client came to me last week with elbow issues. So when we're looking at what is happening along the kinetic chain, we want to look, does he have optimal ranges of motion? Well, his wrist extension was a little bit limited there. And then we flipped him over. His elbow supination was super limited. And then all of a sudden, we lost that wrist extension. So after 8 days of shoveling snow and wondering why his elbow hurts, when we just simply look at where range of motion movement's occurring, well, if he is having difficulty or is expending a lot more energy and muscle tension to try and find that supination, that could be the source of his problem. And lo and behold, that was it. It's really an imbalance. And then all of a sudden, when he tries to raise his arms up overhead because of that fascial tightness on the inside of his arm, that was contributing to some kind of secondary shoulder issues. So quick fix for this is we're going to simply look at the thing he does the most, which is working at the computer. Okay, so he's doing a lot of gripping work, but his job is working at the computer. So he's in this kind of pronated, flexed, wrist extended position. Now, what's the opposite of that? Well, let's supinate. Let's extend the wrists. So we're going to get him into this press position here, into this quadruped, open up those wrists, open up those elbows, get some shoulder protraction going to stabilize, and we're just going to simply lean backwards. Now, it's not just a passive lean back. I'm activating the fingertips, so it's an isometric hold, and then I'm going to press in and out of this. So I'm leaning back. I got a nice stretch in the wrist. There's no pinchiness. That's important that we know that it's not pinching. We're going to lean back and we're going to open this up. 1 to 3, maybe 5-second hold, and then we're going to back off. And we're doing a set of 10 with this. So we're opening up those elbows. If I can get a little bit more lean into it, great. If I can get a little more lean back, great. But we're going to move in the ranges that are pain-free and they're only getting stretched. And if you see a lot of clients with these kind of tight elbows or tight wrists, and you want to be a little bit more specific with your exercise and manual therapy prescription, head over to amtcertified.ca and look at all the free content or the certification there. We're going to shake that out for about 5 seconds. Okay. And then we're going to turn the elbows in. Okay. So even though he had sufficient pronation, when we wind up the outside of the elbows, we do get a bit of a different stretch in here. So we're going to, again, protract the shoulders, grip the fingertips. We can rock back and forth, but we're going to lean back and forth here. We're going to stay, hold for the stretch for 1 breath count, 3 to 5 seconds, come on back. And we're going to do 10 reps with this position. Okay. And then when we're thinking about kinetic chains, if someone is working at their desk and they're like this, well, what do we have to do with the shoulders? We got to bring them back. So for this particular client, it was appropriate to get him into shoulder extension. He had the control and he had the ability to load this up. This won't be appropriate for a lot of clients, maybe because of wrist weakness or just a lack of shoulder extension. So you can use dowels. But for him, doing a tabletop bridge, okay, and again, I'm pushing the floor away, right? Don't let the shoulders punch forward and collapse, because now we're going to cause shoulder impingement. I'm squeezing the glutes. I'm keeping the ribs down. And then I'm just going to rock back and forth. And again, this might not be appropriate for every client that comes in, but for this one, it was. And the key thing, if he can only go here, which it only could, that's fine. He's still getting stretch. But over time, we want to shoot for about 80 to 90 degrees of shoulder extension with this wrist position here. So again, I can stay here for 1 breath, tell the brain it's okay, I'm not dying. Come on back. Bring it here. Come on back. Okay. 8 to 10 reps, all you need to do. And then we just give a little shake out. Now, once we've kind of improved or integrated some new movement and some control, let's check the work, right? Did that improve supination? Did that improve wrist extension? For myself, it did. That tends to get tight on me, especially on my right elbow. So before I start doing any kind of pushing movements, push-ups, hand pressing, or handstands, I need to open up those wrists so that my shoulder and elbow can get into the right positions as well. So if you found this super helpful and you want to level up your personal movement practice, your own exercise prescription, or whether you work with clients and athletes to help get them out of pain and get them moving better. Stick around for the next video. We're going to go over some more upper body kinetic chain exercises, mobility drills, and strength to really level up performance in the upper extremity.